So welcome everybody to session 4. We're going to be covering a lot of aspects of Facebook tonight. We started with Facebook last week and we'll continue that and talk through a number of aspects that I want you to consider with business pages as well as some prospecting techniques. So let's go ahead and hop in, thinking through our 5 pillars. This first one we're going to think through is the conversation. You got to be quiet. The conversation aspect of things. And let's think about that in terms of business pages first. So putting this up here, this chart is very telling. It's actually out of date. But what I'm showing you is what Facebook has done over the past couple of years to the organic reach of a business page. And so, Facebook, when it got started when it really started catching on, I guess, in 2006, 2007, 2008, it was a place where businesses could really grow and thrive and communicate easily with their fans or their people who like their page, and also pick up new followers and likes very easily. Well, Facebook realized all these businesses are growing on the platform, and now they figured out, okay, well, let's make some money off of this. So they figured out how to monetize it. So you can see what happened in February of 2013 was the great like-ocalypse, and they cut the organic reach of a business page down, 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 and it's hovering still in this market. So even though this is going on 2 years ago, it's about 1% to 2%. So that means that if you have 1,000 likes on your business page, when you make a post, only 10 people, roughly 20 people, will have that post put into their feed at all. The other 900 and whatever don't even see it unless they come to your page. And we all know that people don't visit business profiles regularly on purpose, just to learn about the business. So all that to say, there is a way around this, and it is, of course, to pay to boost your posts. You can pay to get found. This is how Facebook makes their money. Now, is it worth it is the big question, okay? As a franchise owner, as a small business owner, is it worth it to you to get found? Knowing, one, that you're not allowed to boost any posts that do mention Juice Plus or do mention the products. So you can only boost articles and things like that, which may or may not drive your business necessarily. If a new person, their first introduction to you is a healthy living article, then they're not necessarily going to associate that with the fact that you're ultimately, selling a product. So just to make you aware of, how this works, I took this screenshot 6 weeks ago. This is from the backside of the Healthy Living Soundboard page that we run, to answer questions and do product updates and things like that. So you can see the page, when I wrote this, it had 3,000 likes. We're closer to 4,000 at this point. But at the time I made this, it was about 3,000. And so you can see when I create a post, here's how many people got served that post organically, naturally. All right, 85, 150, 188. Now this one kind of caught on, and it got some engagement on it. Now these posts, we are paying to boost them, announcing trainings, announcing the Soundboard Apple Watch giveaway contest. Okay, so we put 10, 15, 20 bucks behind those posts. And even then, if we had 3,000 likes, it only gets in front of 2,000. So you're having to pay to get exposure to your own audience that's already liked your page, that says they want to see your stuff, and they can't unless you pay. Now, the upside of this, of course, and we mentioned this last week, is that with all this downgrading of the business page reach, the personal profile reach has been upgraded from about 25% to about 45%. So that means that, you know, a couple of years ago when you made a post, approximately 25% of your friend network would see it. Now it's upwards of 35-40%. So when I get asked the question, and I get asked it a lot, what should I do about a business page? Should I start one? The answer is no. This is not the time in Facebook's history to start a business page and expect to get anything out of it. Don't waste your time. If you have one long-standing, no, I'm sorry, I'm going to turn something off real quick so this doesn't keep clicking in my ear, because it's going to. If you have one that's long-standing that you have neglected for a long time and are thinking about getting some shoulder behind it again, I think you need to ask yourself, how many likes does it have to begin with? If it has 200 or 300, don't worry about it. Don't waste your time. If it has 8,000 because you set it up a long time ago and you really were working at it and you've maintained it, then you're seeing what I'm seeing here, which is a decreased reach, but it's probably still valuable to have relatively fresh content on there. Now, the last caveat I'll give you with thinking about a Facebook business page is this: because they are public and open to search. Jamie Kinsey, you may know her. She's one of the brains behind the Healthy Living Revolution. She told me that she's got a Facebook business page that she set up a long time ago that has this funky little title. She says it's called Juice Plus CrossFit Moms. And because that's such a unique name, whenever people search for Juice Plus and CrossFit on Google, they often get served her Facebook business page in there near the top of their search feed. So she hasn't posted fresh content to it in a long time, but she says she'll still get likes on it because of that outside search engine. So keep that in mind. That is possible. But if your business page is just, you know, Fran's Juice Plus business or something like that, you know, Fran's Healthy Living page, you're not going to get the same kind of pull out of it. So be aware. Now, when it comes to leveraging your audience, let's think through, how do we get to know our Facebook audience, and let's think through how do we market to people on the platform. Want to sleep, sweetie?
No. Well, I'm going to read.
No. So when you're thinking about how to prospect on Facebook, okay, groups are your number one thing that you can do. Shh. Good night. I love you. So this is a really cool thing to think about in a way, you know, we talked a lot last week about getting outside of your Facebook friend bubble. This is a great way to meet new people. So let's just hop over here to Facebook and I'll show you what I'm talking about. So you want to search for groups. And when you make a search for a group, you just search for it by topic. So something you're interested in. And so when you type a word or phrase here, you're going to get all these things. And you want to scroll all the way over here to groups. And you are going to find all kinds of groups around this. So I live in the central Mississippi area. So it's suggesting to me cycling groups in my area that I could join. Okay, so this one has over 1,000 members, 400 members, 400 members, 700 members, 3,000 members. Now what you can do is you can join these groups, open groups. Now you probably, when you hit this button, you're probably going to get a request sent because it's a private group. The admin is always going to add you, don't worry about that. But what you can start doing is making connections with these people, because once you start joining more groups, what you'll find is a whole lot of people that share the same interests that you have. All right. So you can, let's see, where's my group? Oh, here we go, groups. So we've got groups that I'm a member of. Okay, these are a lot of Juice Plus groups, but also I have joined Omi's Healthy Eating. I have joined Everyone's Homemade Gluten-Free Recipes. I have joined, where was another one? Easy Gluten-Free Recipes, okay? So what you can do is treat this group like a warm market based on an interest, okay? Easy Gluten-Free Recipes has over 20,000 members in it who are all interested in this topic. You can search for healthy diet, healthy living, you know, healthy food. Find a group about healthy food. Oh my goodness, healthy food plans. This thing has 90,000 members in it, okay? Once you join these groups, start commenting on other people's posts and use the soundboard content to post into these groups to contribute to the conversation, and you are going to make new connections left, right, up, and down. All right, because it's all, remember, it's all very topical and based on that interest. So when you're on the soundboard, and keep in mind what I'm about to show you only works on desktop. Facebook broke their share widget for mobile, and we're still waiting on a fix for that. So we're looking for a healthy food article. You can search for that, or you can just scroll. Here's a great one. Surprising discovery reveals how broccoli fights cancer. All right, so remember, if you haven't been on the soundboard in a couple weeks, we've put our most popular share buttons here at the top so that people can use them quickly. But we want the Facebook groups button, so we're going to hit the plus sign, which is going to bring us to the bottom of the page. And of course, we have our Facebook for groups. Now, this is the particular button that doesn't work on mobile at the moment. I know it's not convenient. We're begging Facebook to fix it, but Facebook, it's like talking to the Berlin Wall or something, you know, you just hope for the best. So we're going to post into this group. We're going to share on Facebook groups, and it brings up this widget. We do not want to share on our own timeline. We want to share in a group. And I didn't just join the healthy food group that we saw, so I can post into our healthy eating group. We can paste in our suggested text. We do not want the Madison County Economic Development Authority mentioned, so we will click away from that. All right, and then we post. So now we are contributing to the conversation in these groups. I promise you, if you will take 15 minutes to just comment on some other people's content, you will get in these groups. They will see that you're active, and people will start commenting on your stuff. And boom, you have potentially 90,000. Now, of course, they're not all active, but that's an incredible way to connect with people, talk to people, and get around that limitation of the Facebook business page, okay? Because this isn't like posting to a business page or posting to one individual. You're posting to a specific, topical area, and I can't say it enough. Consider this a warm market, and you can join these things all day long. I mean, just look at this page. You have, do some quick math, close to 200,000 people, and we haven't even scrolled down, who are interested in this topic. And you, as the Healthy Living Authority, have something to say about that. So pretty cool way to grow your network, pretty cool way to grow your connections and escape the top of your home feed bubble. Now, yes, question coming through here. Let me check. Recommend making your business page inactive. I don't think it ultimately really matters unless you have absolutely no intention of ever going back to it again. If it's one of these business pages that never picked up a ton of steam, it's got less than 1,000 likes, it's been sitting for a long, long time, it's probably honestly a good idea to take it down so that you aren't, you know, thinking back to that concept of you want your brand, yourself to come across professionally. You don't want somebody stumbling on it and thinking that either you're out of business or you don't care. So, you know, truthfully, Marie, it's probably a great idea to take it down. And mine is probably going to look different than y'all's does. But when I'm dealing with the business pages, when I'm on Facebook, I click on this and I have a business manager account. If you have other pages that you run, it'll probably be here. And so you can click on that. Obviously, I'm not going to take Match.com's page down because we run that. But there's a, let's see. I think it's over here in settings where you can deactivate your page. Yeah, it's going to be buried in the settings somewhere. Yeah, see there's a remove page, delete your page function there. So if you hit that, that should take care of that. Let's not delete Match.com's Facebook page. I would have an army of people upset at me in about 15 minutes. Would you merge? Let me see what that option even lets you do. This means that if you actually had two business pages set up for the same business, I don't think it means you can merge a business page with a personal profile. So yeah, they built that function in because, you know, people would set up a Facebook business page and then somebody would lose the password, and then so somebody would just set up another one, and you've got 2 or 3 of them floating around out there. So I think that's just for multiple business pages. Okay, so one thing you can do if you're still dedicated to your business page, this is a pretty interesting tactic on how to continually grow your business page in an interesting way without paying. So we've got, this is obviously the Healthy Living Soundboard. We've got 3,600 likes on it. Okay, so here's what I do to work on increasing that is I go to my posts. Nope, I don't want to do this. I want to go through Insights, which is kind of the back end. We're going to go through Insights, and then we're going to go to Posts. And we're going to look at our posts that have gotten some good traction. So let's look at this one we posted the other day. If y'all didn't know, we now have Facebook Messenger in Soundboard. That's pretty cool. So you see down here where 310 people engaged with this post. I'm going to click on that, and it's going to bring up that whole long list. Now you can't export this in any way, which is kind of a bummer. Man, are we like advertising to India or something? Philippines? Some interesting names. But okay, so you see this person has already liked the Healthy Living Soundboard Facebook page. This person and this person have already liked the page. All these people interacted with this post, but they have not yet liked the page. So you can send, you got to click every single time, but you can send an invite to all of these people who've interacted with your post. Wow. Is Juice Plus in India? I don't even know. We'll see what becomes of this. Man, this thing went viral on the other side of the world. That's funny. Anyway, you can invite all these people, and hopefully they will come and like your page, which will give them a higher chance of seeing your stuff. But as we've learned, not a 100% chance of seeing your stuff more frequently. But it will give them a little bit more stickiness to your page. Another thing that Facebook tells you, and next week we're going to talk about Twitter analytics, and I like Twitter's platform a lot more on how they handle this. But Facebook does give you a little bit of demographic information about your audience, which can be helpful. So this is the audience of the Healthy Living Soundboard Facebook page. 91% female, and the large bulk of the audience between 25 and 54. So just based on that alone, I know that I will not be missing the mark if I'm talking about healthy pregnancy, if I'm talking about health during times of nursing your baby. I'm not missing the mark if I'm talking about how to feed a family on a busy schedule in a healthy way, healthy snacks for kids, children's health study, chewables, all those kinds of things tell me I'm hitting the nail on the head. I do not need to be talking about, you know, something manly like staying fit while you, I don't know, or a lumberjack or something. That's a stupid thought, but it is getting close to bedtime. But you get the point, right? So we're going to take a look at Twitter's next week, and Twitter actually tells you audience interests. It actually tells you, specifics about them. This is about the best that Facebook does for you as far as that kind of information goes. But it's still, it's still a decent thing that you can pull some inferences from and make some content guesses about what do you think is going to hit the hardest and be the best. So, a quick friendly reminder. I know we mentioned this last week, but I still think it's a important idea to making sure that you are aware of what works the best on Facebook, what you want happening to your content. Therefore, friendly reminder, if you want to have a friend on Facebook, be a friend on Facebook. And so last week we talked about doing this with your own friend network and kind of reactivating that friend network. This week, think about it in terms of making all new friends in these groups. And so this is the kind of content that you want to post in those groups, even because then, those kind of posts will float back up towards the top of those things. So, post those videos, post those recipe videos that you find, post those, articles and things, and then go and comment, go and talk to other people, go send them friend requests after you have a couple of, comments back and forth, and just treat it like a marketplace of ideas where you don't have to convince these people about the value of eating healthy. You don't have to convince these people about the importance of staying away from dairy, or whatever your particular area of expertise or passion or thoughts are. Everybody's there because they already think that way. Now turn them on to what you have to say. Turn them on to the product in the right time. And I think you will be pleasantly surprised with the results. So that is the thoughts for tonight. We'll wrap it up a minute early here. I know that nobody will complain about that. And we will, again, pick up next week for our last double session. We'll have Twitter, we'll have Instagram, we'll have LinkedIn. We'll talk about Twitter analytics, Twitter lists, a lot of great stuff. And I look forward to meeting you all in Anaheim. So all the best. Good night. I'll send this recording. Let me see. Is Maura on the call? Yep. Hi, Maura. I'll send the recording to you here in a few minutes, and see y'all next week. And you know what? While I got y'all on the phone here, while I got you on the Zoom, let's just make sure next week our Zoom ID is going to be, let me make sure I'm telling you right, because I know we had a mix up last week. This is Thursday, so next Thursday. Here's our Zoom for next week. 320-577-279. And when you look at it like this, I stay on Zoom. Sure do. Okay, friends. Thank y'all. Thank you for being patient with my children.